a special level in hell needs to be reserved for these scammers.
In the last episode of Is Singapore Scam City, we talked about two scams, the food processing scam and the churn.
Here are some other scams we've uncovered.
Let's talk about the training employment pass, which is meant for management trainees, but most of them end up in lowly paid jobs as kitchen cleaners and warehouse assistants.
So you mean not the management roles at the high salaries declared on their work permit?
Yeah, we've seen TEP workers who are actually doing parcel delivery for as low as 50 cents per delivery.
And agents have also promised workers that their pass will be renewed after 3 months, which we know is not possible.
So if workers can only be here for 3 months, then why do employers do this?
Because they want to avoid quota restrictions and they need low-paid workers to do the jobs that nobody else wants to do.
Oh, and you don't need to pay a foreign worker levy on their TEP, right?
Right. So this next scheme is pure evil and a special level in hell needs to be reserved for these scammers. So basically, migrant workers are asked to pay thousands in agency fees and told to enter Singapore on a tourist pass, and that they will be given their work permit after they arrive. Some workers are given forged IPAs, but basically these jobs do not exist, and when they arrive, the agents just disappear into thin air.
So they basically end up stranded here on a tourist visa with zero protections because there's no employer to seek recourse from and no employment regulations to protect them.
Yeah, and when they go to the authorities, they are told that because these scams originated in their home country, it is not within our jurisdiction.
So basically there's no recourse for these cheated and stranded workers.
Yeah, remember the Cameroonians that we met?
And let's not ignore the training work permits. There are private schools that charge students about $6,000 to offer a 6-month course, often in hospitality, with the promise of a 6-month on-the-job training after that.
Yeah, and what happens is after that, the jobs either do not materialize or they're extremely low paid, $3 per hour in one case that we handled, or bear very little relation to what they're studying. So they end up washing dishes or cleaning or manning a mini-mart.
Yeah, so many of them end up as victims of wage theft or are tasked with extremely long working hours.
You know, I've even heard of cases where some of them are asked to work for free during the trial period.
So as mentioned in our first video, this keeps happening because companies are dependent on cheap and exploitable labor.
To recap, here are our recommendations.
Better labor protections,
A victim-centric approach,
harsher punishment for errant employers and employment agencies.
greater transnational cooperation and enforcement.
For more details on this, watch our previous episode of Is Singapore Scam City for Migrant Workers?
You can also check out Home's website for more. Let us know what you think.